I feel like you maybe are the primary breadwinner. You could maybe be doing something more productive then. Just a thought. Am I still upside down? Oh, sideways?
That's better. Oh, better. Okay, I fixed it. Great.
Nice.
Okay, now I gotta just flip your right side up because you're like upside down over here.
I see that. You can't just grab that red toggle thing at the top of the screen. See up at.
You're back now. Right side up.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Let's try again.
Sure.
I think we're on.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Yep. I got something on my phone. All right, guys. All right. I think we're back. Hi, Jean. Hopefully I am not stuttering this time. Hi, Diane. Hi, Peggy Ann. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, it took us a little while. We were definitely having some technical issues on this side. And the best we did for a little while was I was upside down. And so we decided that that might not be the easiest way for you guys to watch. And so thanks, Karen. All right, so Steve's still fiddling with it here a little bit to get the screen set up the way we like it so we can see things. And but so glad you guys are here. Thank you for your patience as we work through our little technical difficulties. Today, well, I guess I should do the business. I didn't do the business side before because I kept like stopping. But so you're at Gloria Hornswine Studio. Thank you for being here. It is Tuesdays with Tiffini, and I am Tiffini. Steve is here with me today. Many of you know him from he does all the machines, and he goes in front of the camera quite frequently as well. And so Steve is here.
Hi, everyone.
And he also told me, this is kind of exciting, that thank you, Kathy. This is what we're finishing up today, our Molly bag. So we're doing a 10% back into your account for your purchases. So we're kind of doing that for a little while longer. I'm not sure how long, but
I think it's sort of
Steve's
indefinite.
coming around to the camera. He can't help himself.
So
Serious?
I think it's sort of indefinite. We're going to offer the 10% credit back at all times.
Isn't that great, you guys? So like I asked him, I'm like, a lot of my bag ladies really like the Accomplish and have talked about it with each other. And so he's actually putting it in today so that you can actually get 10% off on the machine. So you'll be able to talk to him and then get your exact pricing. But
so any of the products that we show, anything you can put in your cart,
right.
Most everything, you'll get the 10% credit. And we're not going to turn it off. We're going to try something new for a while now and just keep that 10% on, and just it's a thank you to all the people who support us to earn credit back. Right. So you continue to
and we definitely appreciate all of you guys. It's we couldn't be here without you, and wouldn't be able to do the things we're doing. So I asked Steve that we have the event coming up. I'm like, do they get any new purchases on that? He doesn't think so.
I don't know if it works or not. You got to try it and see.
He said try. Worst case scenario, you don't get it. But Jean wants an accomplished. So,
we got you.
All right, Jean. And Carolyn says she loves hers. Yeah, it's a great machine. It goes through all our bag making things just like butter. It's wonderful. And so thank you, Steve, for kind of doing that and letting us all know. So if you are new to us, we need you to register. So if you're on the app, it's nice and easy. You're already there. So for shopping, you just do shop all. What do they type in? I think it's buy 101 or whatever the number is. Like right now it's 100 is our Molly pattern, which is the pattern for the bag that we're working on and finishing up. If you're on Facebook, you do need to type in register and then fill out the form. It'll ask you various questions. And then once you've done that, you are ready to shop there as well. The app is the fastest way to shop. So for things like when we have 10% back, sometimes things sell out rather quickly. And so the app is wonderful for being able to do that quickly. Facebook is nice because there's a great community there. And then both platforms have the videos for about a year. We're also on some other platforms. I'm not sure if we are today since we're having technical difficulties. So sometimes we're on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Twitch and Kicked and so many various ones. But I'm just not there. Oh, Sally said you're a tease. So
thank you.
He says thank you.
Yeah.
He's just gonna own it. He's good with it. So I think that's all the business. And Carol just commented on her Molly bag, and I did see it live in person, and it looked fantastic. She had the rust color, so just a little bit lighter than this. And Linda, yes, the hardware is here. It's actually, I have it right next to me. I was waiting for the pattern for us to send it all out. So I have the hardware with me today. It's all pre-packaged, it's all packaged up. I did it, got that all taken care of. So this process has taken a little longer than I would have liked. Unfortunately, sometimes when you guys love a product, it takes us a while to be able to get enough product in because our suppliers don't always have enough. So that was the case with the Molly. It's also the case with Stuart, which I want to show you. I just got more of these in as well. So if you were interested in I'll put it down here. Steve told me we have a little red dot on our table now. So this is the Stuart bag, and there's a pattern for it. There's a pattern kit and a fabric kit. So I don't think I asked Steve to put it in our list though. So you may have to just type in Stuart and then the products will come up for you. But those are all in stock now as well, the pattern as well as the hardware and the fabric. So like I had been waiting for some of the teal leather to come in. That is all in. So I'm feeling pretty good about our supplies at the moment. We're doing really well. And so things should be going out. I know shipping had been waiting. Carol's also going to do the blue. Yes, it looks really nice. All right. So I think that was my business side. On a personal side, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about something I'm doing at home, entirely up to you. I just, there is a quilter that I really like and I follow. Steve doesn't know I'm about to talk about this, so sorry, Steve. But I don't know, it's maybe been 8 months ago, I had made a puff quilt, a baby quilt, and brought it in and showed you guys. And that the designer is, lo and behold, her name is Brittany Lloyd. Her grandmother was Lois, and they live in Black Mountain. So it's devastating what happened there. So I just wanted to let you know, if you have any interest at all in contributing or sending something, they are collecting quilts at the shop there. If you look up Lo and Behold Stitchery, it also has links to various things that are local organizations or local groups who are helping people directly. There's no overhead to it. It's just directly going to them. So I know this weekend I made a couple of quilts, the 3-yard quilts. I'm in the process of getting those quilted, trying to do them very simply so that they can get there as quickly as possible. And I have a couple baby quilts. So I will be sending out tomorrow, hopefully. But I just want to give you that resource if anyone is interested, because I know it's hard to watch that and not feel for the people that are there. It's just such an unexpected thing. They really don't get that kind of thing there. So anyway, moving on. I don't want to dwell on it, but I did want to kind of just throw it out there. So, all right, Molly bag. So we are going to finish the bag today. And so this is the Molly. We're doing the navy version in here. I do have 3 kits still available, 3 colorways. I don't have much in any of them, but so I wanted to show you. So we do have 1 or 2 of the navies left. So if you like the navy, get it in your cart right away, because we do have those right now. And then the next one we have is the purple. And so the purple, and these kits come with enough fabric of both batiks that you could flip. So if you wanted this as your exterior like I did, that's great. You can do that. If you wanted this as your exterior instead, you could also do that. So again, that's the navy. We have a purple one. This one comes, and then so you get 3/4 of a yard of each batik, and you get a 1/2 yard of the faux leather to go along with it. So this is the purple one. It comes with also a navy batik, or excuse me, a navy faux leather. So the same leather that is with the navy colored one. So really pretty. And so that's the purple. So I can put that back in the center for a second while I get the next one out. And then the last one we have still available is the, I think it's called Cinnamon Cocoa. And it's these 2 fabrics, which are just really pretty. I really like this one a lot. This was Joni's favorite, her pick. And this one comes with the brown faux leather. It's the Legacy, and this one it's literally called Brown Legacy Faux Leather from Sally Tomato. So just those are the kits we still have for this bag. So we have other things coming, but I just wanted to let you know if you were wanting to play along with the Molly. Again, we're finishing today, so now you kind of know what you're getting into. And if you now want a kit, these are the ones that we can still do. So, all right. Now, what we're going to do first on this is we're going to attach, last week we had added the magnet to our facing top. And so I went ahead, I did one side, I put it on already, but we're going to do the other side. And then we're also going to work on our base. And so set that there. So we're going to go over to the sewing machine. And what you're going to do is you're just going to be putting, so this is my zippered side. And you want to make sure you have, we had gone down 2 inches from the top of that. So we want to make sure that's the side we put up at the top. So we're just going to go right up here. Now, a couple of you mentioned last week the Teflon zipper foot. And so I'm going to go over here for just a second because I know I grabbed it. Yeah. So here we've got the Teflon zipper foot. So I think I'm pretty close to our red dot. Nope. There we go, red dot. So we've got the Teflon zipper foot. So I brought that in today. I've never used it before. I really, now that I'm talking and about to use it, I probably should have checked on this before before we started, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do that. So someone's asking about the kits. Shipping was waiting, and I apologize for this. It was a little tricky. Was waiting for the patterns to come in before sending those kits out. So those kits are ready, but they wanted to wait for it. So I know that it was kind of a long wait. I'm not sure what our best way to have done it, if we should have sent the kits first without the pattern or not. Just so you know, also, some of you ordered the full kit. You ordered the pattern, hardware, and zipper set, but you also ordered the pattern separately on its own. So Ryan is going through those orders as well, and he's going to pull out, if you're getting 2 patterns, he's pulling out that separate pattern. We'll still have them in stock available because we ordered enough to cover, but we don't want to charge you for 2 patterns if you don't actually want them. So we're definitely, like I said, we're trying to come up with the best way so that you have everything when you're ready, but without making you crazy. So, but sometimes what we choose to do may not make sense. So anyway, back to our Teflon zipper foot. We're going to go ahead and use that because this side, when you look at this is where our zipper is. And so we're going to be putting that up there with our zipper. So we want to be a little careful, have some space. All right, so we're going to go try this out. Oh, I should have moved that a little further over. There we go. Also, I have the walking foot on because I tend to like that for all our bag making, so we're gonna have to switch.
Do you need like a table?
Oh no. With bag making, we like to, you know, wrap around underneath here. So some parts it's good to have it, but I try not to change things up too much. All right, there we go, guys. Space. All right, so I don't know how many of you use the Teflon zipper foot, but a couple of you had commented on how great it is. So I am really looking forward to giving this a try. So I can see on the back, there's that Teflon. So I'm guessing that's gonna help pull our fabric through. You see that? It's kind of dull looking. So, all right, here we go. All right, let's switch our stitch. We want to make sure we are over to the side. We don't want to be putting our needle right down the center because that would definitely be a problem. All right. So here we go. And I'm just going to use the side of my foot and line it up with the fabric. There's a little knot down here. And then off we go. I'm going to make sure my pocket's getting underneath there. It was trying to catch because I don't have the table on. It was moving around on me. All right, there we go. Oh, it does go through nicely. So we're getting really close to that zipper now. So I'm curious if we have anything kind of pulling or if it's just going to go nice and smooth. Oh my gosh. Plenty of room, and it is definitely moving it nicely. This one is definitely going home with me. Steve, why didn't you like make me get this sooner?
It's a good foot. It's a good
really
foot.
is. Okay, guys, you know, I try not to like really get excited about certain things. I like a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, but this really is a nice tool to have. So I hope we have a bunch of them in stock because I feel like this is something you all should have. All right, let's see. Just moving my zipper head out of the way. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so we're just gonna push that up that way. Oh, look at that. And it was so easy, it just went right through there. So it says to press. Let's see, I'll press really quick. Now this iron, it's the new version, and Steve was saying it stays hot for 2 hours. Now I turned it off because silly me. I was thinking I didn't need it. But for 2 hours, it's nice and hot, so you can sew all you want, go back and forth, and it'll stay on the whole time for you. I'm gonna just sort of finger press that to get it out of the way for a minute. But the iron is also in that 10% back. So anything you buy. So the kits today, the zipper foot, which I'm very excited. I feel like I need to get on my app so I can buy it and get my 10% back. All right, here we go. You know, it's not quite heated all the way, but batiks are really easy to press, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. All right, here we go. So we're going to just do a quick little top stitch along here, just like we did on the other one. So sorry, Steve, I feel like we're going to be back and forth a little bit more today than usual as we finish up. All right. So. Just zip through here real quick. So just a quick top stitch along there. You can see, gives it a nice finished look. Oh, he's getting very close. I'm a little nervous. I might have been a little wonky. So, all right. While I'm over here, so we don't do it the next time, I'm just going to change back to our walking foot. So we're done with our zipper now. And I do like using the walking foot for bag making. Now I'm using the digital dual feed that comes with it. There is, if you don't have this one, if it didn't come with, you can buy it separate. We also have, what is it called? Steve knows.
Our dynamic walking foot.
Our dynamic walking foot, which is all metal, and it's really nice as well. I've used it before too, and really like it a lot. This is just the one that came with my Solaris, and I just use it all the time, and I bring it in with me on Tuesdays. All right, so we're gonna go back over to the table. All right, I have new contacts, so we'll see how well I can read today. Everything's a little clearer over there, but I have to admit my new glasses, I can't see distance as well. Everything's fuzzy. I can't look at trees without them just looking like blobs of green. So I'm not sure that we're quite there yet on the contacts.
Vision's important.
Vision is important.
Yes.
I don't know. Susan wrote BB.
I think that was a typo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Because I'm like, I don't know what that means. Yep. All right. So we've got that. We're on to page 6. All right. So we're going to prepare the base footing. So this is where another tool I really like comes in very handy. So on here, we're going to mark. Let's see, where's my little ruler? Right in here, because you guys know everything comes in my little, I should really make, I do a bag class, right? And every week I work on making bags, and at home I make bags. This is my project bag I use for going back and forth to the shop. It's embarrassing. It really is. We need to do a project bag. I think that might be our next project. I was gonna do a charming duffel, but this is sad. So, all right.
The bag lady does not discriminate against any bag.
No,
right?
That's right. Even a Ziploc bag is good.
Yep.
So, all right. So I'm going to mark this really quick. I don't really care what I mark it with. So we're going to mark in 1 inch from each corner. So that's what I'm doing here. So just like that. I did the other side already at home because I didn't think you really cared if I did it 6 times. So we're just doing it 3. Now it also wants us to mark in the middle a 1/2 inch up. It is 12 1/4 inches long. So we're going to go 6 1/8 inches over. So let's see, there's my 6 1/8 and 1 inch. So right here. All right, so now is when the tool comes in. That's really cool. So you can mark that with anything you want. It's going inside the bag. No one will ever see it. But if you don't already have this tool, this is what I should have used last week when we were putting the magnets in. I meant to, and I kind of forgot. I ended up just using my seam ripper, which works, but this is so exact. You don't have to worry about ripping your fabric too far. So on here, this is where our bag feet are gonna go in. And this is the OESD hole punch. It's an amazing product. In the top are other sizes. I am going to change my size because I know that my bag feet are a little bigger than the tiniest one. So we're going to just go ahead. I'm going to go with the bigger one. It has 3 sizes, so that's just really practical. I love this thing. Lid goes right back on. So easy to change. All right, here we go. And then what's nice is you literally just put this on here and push down. And now I have a little hole right there. So it's perfect. So I'm just going to do that on all 6 of these real quick. So we're just prepping. We need to prep the front and the back of the exterior bag. Oops, that one I didn't push hard enough. There we go. There's a little lip right here on this where the table meets, and so I think I'm catching on that. There we go. Oops, I think I did something wrong when I installed it. My goodness.
Just tighten it up.
Yep, just need to, oh, you know what, I put it on upside down. If you put it on upside down, that will happen. I'm just showing you what not to do. Right. So, all right, let's go ahead and put it on the right way, just for kicks. Right, there we go. And, oh, actually, I did that, but I already had all my little holes. All right, so all our holes are done on that. So that is our base. That's what we wanted to do there. Now, we're going to do it on our front and our back of this as well. Now, this was actually a step from earlier. I just didn't do it. And so we're going to go back in time to page 3, I believe. There we go. And what we want to do, I'm going to turn this over so I don't do it backwards. But so we're just going to go from the bottom of it, and we're going to go 3 inches up, 1.5 inches over. So just like the pattern says. So I love this ruler. It has a little mark for the 1.5, and we said 3. Yep. So right there. So I'm actually just going to put this on here rather than marking it. And it went through all of those layers. Here, there's a red dot right here. So you can see, I was going to try and put the red dot in there. There, I got the red dot in there. Then you can't see it as well, though. There you go. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do that 4 times. So each corner, the bottom corners of these bags, and that gives us the holes for our bag feet. So it makes it nice and easy for us to put those in when we get to that step. All right, so now I've got the 2 holes for that side. We're going to do this one. All right, so 1.5 and 3. Perfect.
Does it hurt the mat at all? I don't think it does.
You know, I'm pushing pretty hard, and it doesn't really hurt it. It's going to go, you're going to go right back over it with other things. But you can, I mean, you can feel it like as if you had used a rotary cutter. And so, yeah, that's a good question though. I have a little one at home that I use for a lot of things at the sewing machine, and that, so I always use it with that, but I use it for other, I cut straight too, and it goes right back. It self-corrects, or what's the right word?
Self-heals.
Thank you. I knew there was something in particular. See, now I'm feeling for all the little circles.
Carol wanted me to tell you to mark the middle hole too.
Oh, thank you. See, Carol's watching. She just made one, so she knows when I'm like, if I'm missing something. All right, so I'm going to look. I can't remember how wide this is. I think it's 13.5. It is. So half of that is 6.5, 6 3/4. So we're going to go to 6 3/4 and 3 inches. If I do it the right direction, 6 3/4 and 3 inches. There we go. And, all right. So now that one is done, but this one's not because I did forget. But I have it right here, and I can actually read it from here. I'm so excited. This part, the reading part's really good with the new contacts. So fuzzy trees, though, I'd kind of like to be able to see trees again. So there we go. I do think I'm getting a little full in this. You saw the size of it. It fills up fairly fast. All right. So now we have all our holes ready for that. And again, like I said, this is just a really great tool. So I think Steve has it in there for you if you're interested and don't have it already. I do really like that a lot. Okay, so let's get back to the right page. I think we're done with page 5. We're on to page 6. Assemble the exterior in the lining. That's where we are. This is very exciting. So we're going to do exterior front and back, right sides together, aligning all the edges. Sew along the bottom edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we're going to stitch along the bottom. I'm going to grab our clips because we may be able to do a couple stitches over there rather than making Steve go back and forth too many times. As much as he likes getting steps in, I don't know that he really wants to do that. So there we go. So we're going to stitch across here, again using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then we'll stitch it over. All right, and then we're going to be doing the side panels. So let's grab our side panels. We may just take those over with us because we'll do those, and we'll do the sides on that, and then so we're sort of skipping the pressing part, but we'll go ahead and do that after. So we'll kind of save ourselves at least one back and forth trip. So, all right, we're going to take the pattern with us. Always a good idea. There we go. All right, let me get the packaging out of the way. All righty, guys. So again, we're doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance. If you want, you can use your guideline. You can just, I use the side of my foot. It tends to be about a 1/2 inch. All right, put a little knot in down there. I have the stitch length at 2.5. We could stitch a little faster. All right, so we have that. The next step where it says to press open, what I'm going to do, and then to trim off the ends a little bit, excuse me, I'm going to sort of wait on the pressing. You're good, Steve. You don't have to come back over yet if you don't want. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to just trim this down to take out some of the bulk. So you go about 1 inch away from the end and just go right over there. So just like that. We're going to do that on both sides to sort of take that bulk out. I do think it's a little easier to do it at this point rather than pressing it and then doing it. And so, I got all those little bits. All right, now we're going to open it up. There we go. And if you wanted, you could like finger press this, or you could even go and press it right now. So I'm going to just sort of finger press that open and sort of see what we're doing. All right, and now we're going to add our sides. On the sides, it says that we want to stitch, we want to leave a 1/2 inch opening at the end. So we're going to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm going to line this up at the very top. So right up here. Put this in here just to kind of hold it in place a little bit. I have my side marked with a safety pin. So I'm going to just leave it on here because I know that that is about a 1/2 inch and that will keep me from stitching over the end. And so we're going to go ahead and do that one real quick. Again, I'm just using the side of my foot. It is approximately a 1/2 inch. It's one of the things I like about bag making is I can be a little off and I'm okay. Not to be quite as exact as quilting. All right. We are going through a lot of layers, so it's, you know, just take your time. All right, I'm just going to make sure I don't stitch over that safety pin. All right, give it a little knot. All right. So then we're going to do the same thing we did before, and we're going to trim off the seam at the top just to get rid of some of that bulk. All right, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This one doesn't have a safety pin, so I'm going to just take this one off and put it down here just to help me remember. You guys all know I get to talking to you guys and I don't always do what I'm supposed to do. So here we go. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to start up at this end, so that makes it a little easier. All right, just trying to unfold that. It's kind of hitting the wall back there. All right, we're going to go up about a ½ inch. I think we're pretty good. You could definitely mark that if you wanted to be exact on that. In fact, I think I was off by a stitch, so there we go. I'm going to kind of guide this from the back because I am hitting the wall. So it is definitely, it's pulling it through just fine. It's not the machine. It's just, I don't want it to push back on me. So there we go. Just back stitching a little bit just to give us a little extra strength at the top. All right, and then we're going to trim that one down. Perfect. All right. So we're going to go ahead and press these seams open now. Do you think that would make the most sense before we move on to our next step? Sorry, Steve just went and got comfortable. Okay. Good. I don't want you comfortable. All right. So kind of finger press that. I don't think I want this on high for the foam. Let's turn this down a little bit. All right. So I'm going to give it just sort of a quick touch from this side, and then we'll turn it over. There we go. And then just feeling to make sure, yep, we're in good shape. All right, nice and flat. And then this one, we'll do the same thing. We'll finger press it first. I apologize, my phone's in the way. We'll move that up there. So I was telling Steve beforehand that we have a little place in Ligonier, and my husband is that he met some people to do it. He's not doing it himself, but having trees removed. And so at the beginning of the summer, he had this great idea to remove trees. So he decided to mark all the ones that he wanted gone. So our nice relaxing cabin out in the woods had neon orange blotches all over the place. He marked like 20 trees with neon paint, spray paint. So that's what we lived with out there for this summer. But he's out there today with the guy cutting it. And so I kind of have my phone nearby because my husband at one point decided it would be really fun to attach his truck to a tree and pull it down. And so I kind of think maybe a little supervision would have been good. But yeah. He just got a new truck not too long ago. So I'm thinking he's probably not going to want to pull any trees down on it. Hopefully. All right. So press that real quick. All right, and I'm just kind of feeling as I go to see if it's kind of staying open. It seems like it is. So, looks pretty good. They're very bulky, so they don't want to sit very easily, but there we go. Perfect. All right, guys, so we've got that part done. I'm gonna grab our pattern just so I make sure I've got it right. I know I've got Carol on there. She just did it. She's making some comments too, but all right. Let's see. There we got that. All right, so we're gonna attach to the other side. So we're just gonna wrap this up like this, and we're gonna attach right like this. So you'll have both sides, and you can see on here, that's where our box bottom is gonna be. So I just wanna put a couple clips on here just to make it a little easier We go over to the machine. And again, we're going to leave that 1/2 inch down here at the bottom open. And so, there we go. And that helps us when we go to box the bottom for everything to lay nicely. So, there we are. All right, guys, we're back to the machine. We'll grab our pattern just so that if we want to do the next step too, we can while we're over here. All right, so a little awkward for the video, but we're gonna do our best. Again, we're doing a 1/2 inch. Oh, just a little bit on there. Go. I don't know if you can even see, Steve. I bet. Okay, you're good. All right. All right, again, we want to leave about a 1/2 inch. All right, so we're good. All right, so that side, we now have both sides stitched. We're going to go over here and do this one now. I'm going to turn it this way so I can see where my 1/2 inch is. Otherwise, I'll stitch all the way across. I'm going to remove that. Go in here. All right, come on. Drop my pattern, so I'm just picking that up real quick. All right, so we now have both those sides done. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna trim the top like we did before. So just close to that, just being careful not to cut the seam. So again, go here and go down about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. All right, so then what does it tell us to do next? Probably wants us to. There we go. The boxed bottom. All right. I know we pressed the other one. I don't think I'm even going to bother with the pressing because it's so thick it really doesn't want to do it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and just box our bottoms now. So we're just going to kind of lift that out. We want to center this on here. So I'm matching my seam with the center of this. And you can see we have that 1/2 inch, it's going to match up where we stopped stitching there. Match this side up too. Again, you're pulling out those points so it's laying flat. And then going where your center is. So I'm going to just start here. We're going to just start where our stitch was and work our way down to the other end. Again, using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just a little bit. Perfect. Give it a little knot. Oh, it's catching on our walking foot. There we go. lot of bulk here, so you just want to kind of take your time as you go over that. Back stitch. All right, so one side is done. Let's see, there's that, and all the way across. And now for the other one. Do you think it's a little bit easier looking from the side that's got from the sides themselves? And you can just stitch from one point to the other. Looks like I made this one a little bigger than ½ inch, but that's okay. Even that up. Oh, catching on here a little bit. It's the only thing that these are a little bulky, so it might catch on the edge of the arm if you've got your arm out like I do. Just kind of, again, might need to go a little bit slower. I was trying to go a little quicker than I needed to. I can see I've got a fold under here, so I'm also straightening out down here to make sure it's not going to get caught up in there. So I feel like there's a little manhandling that happens at this point in the bag. Just over to our seam and give it a quick back stitch. All right, so the exterior of our bag is complete. So let's see. Set the exterior aside.
Oops.
Oh, it didn't have us finish our sides. I'm like, the lining part, I guess we're not quite done with that. So have to do that real quick too. What time is it? I know we had kind of a late start, so I don't know if we're good on time. Or
10 after 1.
10 after 1, thank you. All right. I'm just going to take these off really quick for you guys. So I got to finish the lining. I think I missed that step on the other one. So we'll go right back. Do that real quick. We just need to put these sides on. Just like that. Is that right? I want to make sure I'm doing it right and not just doing it fast. Yeah, I missed it. It was this tiny little sentence here, and I missed that we were supposed to put these all in there. So I do feel like this is like going the wrong way, though. This is much less embarrassing to do at home when I realize I've missed something.
That's okay. That's fine.
Let's see. Let's see. Side panels 8.5 by 7.5. Okay. So yeah. And then exterior, top facing 8.5. All right, so yep, this was the right way. I think I just, when I cut, was slightly off. Yeah, these are slightly off. It's all right, we'll just center them on them and they'll go right into the seam allowance and we're not gonna stress about it. So I must have cut them at 8.25. All right, sorry guys, we're gonna get this finished real quick and get the sides put on. Get this lining finished. All right. just gonna finger press that. And so, actually I did it the wrong direction. We want to go up towards the top. Do the seam because we'll top stitch across there real quick. Sorry, now I've got to undo. There we go. So now we're just going to top stitch real quick. I like to use it like a 3 or a 3.5 millimeter when I top stitch. So that's what I've just changed it to. Ready? Perfect. And then we'll do the other one. Again, we're going to finger press to the dark side or the top, depending on what you did. So just kind of finger press that down so it holds it in place. And there it goes. Now, I'm going to just add this onto here. We're off by just a little bit, so we're going to just go ahead and even that out as we stitch. It wanted a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so that's fine. Everything will just land right in that seam allowance. It's not going to, no one will ever know that I miscut it a little bit, so, except for all of you watching and Steve. Otherwise, my secret is safe.
We won't tell.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. I was probably supposed to leave an opening there. I didn't read my instructions, but we'll make do. All right. We'll do it on this side. So we've got one side, we're going to do the other side, and then our lining will be ready to have its corners boxed so you can see how they all kind of connect. I didn't line up perfectly.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so now we'll get this side.
The fabric looks like a day in paradise.
Ooh.
Yes. We could all use a day in paradise, right?
Ooh, that would be nice. Although the weather's been pretty nice. Well, it's pretty nice today, at least. It seems like a little chilly, but it's fall. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I knew it would take us about an hour today, so I should have known we were a little off the hour. There we go. So I'm starting down, giving myself a little bit of room there for making the boxed edge. So I'm starting a little ways away from the edge. And then again, we're doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we have all of our sides done. So now we are going to stitch this together. I'm going to double check on our pattern just to make sure I'm not totally crazy. And I think that's what we're doing. Let's see if it says to do, oh, I think this side, sorry. Let's see. I think we pull through the pocket. So let's just make sure our zipper is undone. It was not. So you definitely want your pocket undone because we are going to turn the bag through that. So we're going to go ahead and get this finished. Let's do a 1/2 inch seam allowance across the bottom of both the front and the back of the lining. There we go. We're not, like I said, we're turning through the pocket, so we don't need to leave an opening in the bottom of the bag like we do on a lot of them. So just stitch it all the way across. Oh, it didn't quite cut. I think I might have, nope. I still have some bobbin. I thought maybe I ran out of bobbin. I knew I didn't have a ton today, but that we had enough to make it. So a little bobbin chicken happening today. All right, there we go. So I'm just matching up those edges, and just like we did on the exterior, I'm going to stitch from that point over to this point. Same exact, making sure that I've got the excess fabric out of the way. Here, just gonna pull that out of the way again just to make sure, excuse me, just making sure I have that all out of the way. Here we go, right up to that. Do a quick back stitch. All right, and we'll do the other side. Are we good on time? Probably need about 10 minutes.
Oh, we're good.
Okay. All right, so down here, I had stitched all the way through the end. I didn't leave that 1/2 inch open. So I trimmed that seam real quick. So I am going to just go in here and just kind of basically do a quick little stitch just to hold it in place so it doesn't come apart, but that's all I needed. There we go. There we are. Okay. All right, everything's out of the way. Perfect. So we're going to grab the big exterior because guess what, guys? We are ready to put it all together. So you do want to make sure on the sides where we have the strap and our hook on one side and the D-ring on the other, that those stay out of the way. You don't want them anywhere near everything else. If you wanted, you could take something like a safety pin. That's what I'm going to do here. And you can put it in here. And so you can kind of see what I've done is I took my safety pin and I just attached it to the side. I locked it down. It isn't going anywhere. And so, and that just keeps me from having to worry about where that's at. And so, I don't have another safety pin over here. So we're gonna live on the edge on the other one, but that kind of gives you an idea. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna flip this. Let's see, which way do we wanna go? Da, 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 da. Let's turn this inside in. Oh, I see a safety pin. I need to remove it anyway. So we'll get this taken care of. You guys are getting a sneak peek. All right. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We need to put our bag feet in. So we'll get those in real quick too. Those are nice and easy because we have all of our little holes already pre-drilled, so to speak. All right, so we're gonna go back over to the table. I was hoping to just sort of stay here, but I think this is easier on this side. So take this off. And when I do, I'm gonna go ahead and use that safety pin I just took off, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this hook, just to make sure. All right. Carol said she'll keep secrets. I love that. Thank you. All right. So, whoops, this one does not want to come out. There we go. Fighting with my safety pin. All right, so we're going to put this in here, and we're just putting it right into the bottom, just like that. It's going to line up with those other holes that we did. I do need to find what I did with my bag feet. I think I may have left them in my bag, which is fine. We just need to hunt them down. I put everything. You guys have seen my braided tote bag before. I do use this a lot for carrying things back and forth. Some snacks in case I get hungry. Anybody need some lightly salted almonds? Steve, need a snack? All right. I've been trying to be better about not eating all of the amazing snacks that Gloria provides for us, but they're not always the healthiest. All right, so again, I'm just pulling out the bag feet. So this bag does require 6 bag feet, so kind of a lot, but that's okay. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start down here, and I'm gonna just put them in the hole, just like that. When I do, I can then reach around the back. And I'm going inside. It's hard to see here. You know what? I can go on the red dot. So then you can see how, whoop, there it is. Right in here, I've got it lined up in there. Now it's a little wonky because I'm trying to move everything around. So we're going to go ahead, get that in there. All right. Trying to separate that out. So you're just going to open that up and press it down. So you can see again, that one's in now. Whoop, there we go. So I put that in there and I separated the prongs and put them down flat. So we're going to do that with all 6 of them. And again, because we have those holes, it does make it a lot easier. We've got plenty of space to put them in there.
The feet on the bag.
Yes.
Just makes it next level. I
agree. It makes it look so professional when you've got these adorable little feet on here. So, all right. It's nice having Steve in here. He appreciates our handiwork.
It's only like the expensive like designer bags that have feet in them, right? You have to buy like a pretty decent bag to get a foot.
You know what, Carol? You're right. There are washers in here. I forgot to put my washer on. So yeah, there's washers in here to put on there. So you'll put this through and then put this on and then open it. Carol's like, I'm going to have Carol just come in and teach. I'm going to sit back and relax. You can teach me how to do the video side. And we'll
you got it.
Steve's like, done. All right. They're wiggling around a little bit on me. There we go. It is good to put the washers on there. It does help keep it secure. I have a tendency to put Shape Flex or something on, and that also will help hold it in place. Go ahead and, all right. I think I'm going to be lazy, and I think I'm going to skip the rest of the washers, though, so I can just really shove them all in there quicker. So, for the sake of us going quickly. Let's see. Where's my hole? I know. This is really great TV.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, good. My son said it's a little Bob Ross-ish. Like, So Jake is home today. So the school had PSATs today for the sophomores and juniors. So the freshmen had like a breakfast. So I have one that got to have breakfast with his his class, and then they watched some video. So the teachers really kind of have the day off that aren't doing PSATs. PSATs, it sounds like. And then seniors don't have any school. They're all supposed to be like researching colleges, working on their college apps. Of course, my son's at home with his girlfriend watching a movie. So
it's a good place to be.
Yeah. So they were going to watch The Thing. So yeah. I've never actually watched it. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I now have 6 bag feet. That's exactly what we were going for. So very exciting. You could definitely put the washers in. This is when I normally would also put in a little shape flex on top of it just to really hold them in place. Because this bag is going to be on display in the shop and not used so much, I'm going to skip that step so that we can go ahead and get this finished. So right now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm taking the lining. Again, you want to make sure your zipper is wide open because your bag is coming through that. So again, now you want to make sure your pocket is open. We didn't stitch that before. So if you happen to have stitched it before, take out those stitches real quick and you're ready to go. All right, so we'll put this inside. We're going to line up our sides. Put in a couple clips just to kind of hold it in place, but overall we're in good shape, I think. Again, I have those held down with safety pins, so I'm not worried about those flopping back up. All right, there we go. So I'm going to match up my corners. Just put these in real quick. All right. And we are almost done, guys. So it's a relatively, I know we do it over the course of a number of weeks, but it's a relatively quick pattern, quick bag to make. It has some details on it that make it seem like a higher end bag, just like the bag feet that Steve mentioned, doing the side straps, having that leather on there, or in the example of the first one I had made, I put that cork on the side. So just doing some little details really like dresses them up and makes them look more professional. And so this is just a really great bag for that. And so, okay, we're gonna go back to the sewing machine. We're gonna get this finished. We'll flip it around and we will be done with it. So, get our pattern out of the way so it doesn't go flying. All right, just start wherever you want. I'm gonna start right over here. Actually, you know what, we'll go underneath here. That's why we left it as just an arm. We're gonna use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I think I did have my stitch length at a basting length, so I'm going to move it to a 2.5 millimeter so that it does hold nicely. All right. I can feel my strap right there, so I just want to make sure I'm pushing it out of the way. Readjust as I go around. There Feel that again. That's just the handles. They just sort of want to fold back up. So again, just as you're going, just make sure you're kind of feeling it as you go. And if you feel something kind of bump up a little bit, no big deal. You can just push it right back into the bag a bit. close to that side. So make sure that stays down. A little closer on this side, I think, than the other. Oop, and I'm catching on things. That was my problem. There we go. Much better. All right, almost there. You can see the end. All right, give it a quick knot. Okay, here we go. Time to birth the bag. So again, we're just reaching in through that pocket.
Can we go to the table?
Sure, we can go to the table.
There you go.
All right. So, there it goes. One of my quicker birthings. I feel like when I'm birthing these bags, sometimes it takes me a while. All right, so we've got that pocket. You can just stitch right across there. You don't really need to hand stitch this. What's really nice is we folded it under earlier, so you'll just stitch across there. That closes that up. I'm just going to go ahead and tuck that in. Go ahead, push that all down. And then the last step that you'll do is you'll just press all the way around. You're going to press this down, and then you'll do a nice top stitching all the way around it. So I'm going to skip that because we do have some things to show you, and I don't want to.
I call it zhuzhing the bag.
Yeah, we're kind of making it.
Like zhuzh
yeah.
it.
And I like to, when I go around and I am kind of getting it ready to be pressed, I use a few clips just because we do have that bulk in there. And so it really helps keep it that way. I'm going to take this off because I want to show you, even though it's not top stitched, what it looks like. It's such a cool bag. I love the blue. All right, here we go. So let's make the bag pretty. We're going to go over here and do this one. Oh, my magnet snapped on me. All right, so you can see here's that. But if we undo our set, so here it looks like a regular old tote bag. And we're going to snap that together. And then look when you bring it in like that. Such a great bag. Isn't that cool?
Looks really good.
Love this bag. So that is our navy one. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your patience as we went through that. Went back and got our lining done. We'll put it right here on the red dot. Very official.
Tiffini just took a big sigh of relief. I heard her.
I did.
Because this bag is done. That's
this bag
wonderful.
Is done. No, I like the bag a lot, but I always kind of make mistakes when I'm in here, and so sometimes it makes me a little nervous. Like, oh shoot. So
they said you don't stress over anything. You just make it work.
There we go. Yeah, it is.
So.
That's part of why I appreciate all you guys, because it is a kind of a, we all make mistakes, and it's not a big deal.
And this is supposed to be fun, right?
Yes,
it's supposed to be
so
fun, right?
Fun.
Yeah.
It is
So it's
fun.
supposed to be fun. Yes.
All right. So we got an absolutely love it. So,
yeah.
All right, guys. I'm glad you like it so much. We did have those kits available, just a few. So, so if you are interested in doing the Molly bag and want a kit, you can do that. You can order just the hardware kits now. We have those in stock, ready to go, and that you can get the one that includes the pattern, the hardware, and the zipper, or you can get just a pattern or just the hardware. There were several options. I don't think we'll do that many options on bags in the past because, or I don't think we'll do that many in the future because it's kind of confusing the way we set it up. But I wanted to talk to you about next time we get together. Next week, I am taking Jake back to Indiana University. It is, hopefully he'll get in. It's his first pick. And he's going to visit the School of Education because that's what he wants to do, is teach social studies. So we have a whole day planned with the School of Education, meeting with the dean. He's going to some classes, all on Monday. I am hoping we are back Monday night. My concern is I'm not a good night driver, and he is a young driver. In fact, I don't think he's allowed to drive outside of the state of Pennsylvania yet. So, and we'll be in Indiana. So we may end up stopping at a hotel Monday night, and if we do, I may not make it back in time for our show Tuesday. So just so you know, if I don't make it next week, that's what it is. Our next project is going to be the duffel. Many of you, this project took off more than I thought it would. I mean, I knew I loved it, using a charm pack and a yard of fabric essentially to make a duffel, but I didn't realize how much you guys would love it. So I'm flattered. Thank you. And so this is what we'll do when we come back. We'll either start next week or in 2 weeks. We do have some kits available for this one, and quite a variety. We are sold out of Floribunda. So if, in fact, I'm trying to get a couple more charm packs for Floribunda so that I can fill all of those orders. I think there's a couple of you who might be waiting for that still.
This is adorable.
Isn't it adorable?
It's so adorable.
I love this bag.
Yeah.
It turned out, I think the second time I did it, it turned out better than the first one that I showed you guys. But I want to show you the kits that are available. This one is available. However, this fabric I ran us out of. So you will still get a fabric from this collection. In fact, this is the one that I have a bolt set aside for us for this project. So if the kit will come with this instead of the snowflakes, both really cute and beautiful. So this one is called Magical Wintertime, I think.
Magical Winterland.
Oh, Winterland. So Magical Winterland. I like amaze balls. I love that, Carl. That's funny. So
this is a Tiffini original.
This is a Tiffini bag, yeah. So, and what's nice is this kit, when you get this kit, it comes with 2 patterns this time. So you get the pattern for this duffel, which is the brand new one, and you also get the pattern for the braided tote. And so this one is actually one of the kits we have available. And this one, I couldn't decide if I wanted it to go dark to light or light to dark. So we have both. So really fun. You'll get, like I said, both of those patterns. This one you'll get a charm pack. Well, for all of them you get, but for this bag you need to use the charm pack. You'll use most of the yard of fabric for your lining, and you will use the half yard for your handles and your zipper binding. The kit will also come with a zipper, a coordinated zipper. So you may not get a red one, you may get another color that goes with it, but they'll be coordinated. I'm trying for all red on this one. That one's kind of a silly one for me. I said it wouldn't be red because it will be. But all right, so we have this kit. Again, 2 patterns, all the fabric and charm. You'll also get the bozal in this kit. So you will get, in fact, I think I have, yeah. Here's one all packaged up like you will receive. So this is the one that is Blue Ridge. So it's this pattern, this fabric, I mean. So you get all the charms that are in here. You'll get a half a yard of this dark blue fabric or another similar one that goes along with the collection. If we run out of the fabric, I will substitute, but I will substitute something very similar. So, and then the lining is the leaf fabric, which is really great. I did not put the zipper in here. The pattern does come with the option of adding a zipper to it. So you can, the pattern does include that.
And the kits include both patterns?
Yes.
So you can make either project, but the kits make either the duffel or the...
There's not enough to make both. You can only make one bag out of it. And so, Steve's bullying me.
I am, I'm pushing you.
He just pushed me. All right, so so you've got the wintertime one, you've got Blue Ridge kit, and then we also have, this is the Sable and Swan, which I think is a really cool one. It's kind of got a little bit of a more masculine vibe.
Go to the red dot.
Oh, red dot, red dot. Here, I got to move this and get to my red dot. There we go. Excuse me. So Sable and Swan. And it's all these beiges, blacks, charcoals, taupey colors. And so I have got to take a sip of water. I'm so sorry. Oh, excuse me, everyone. All right. So you kind of see everything that's in there. Has a little bit of music in there. Has a crossword puzzle, the alphabet. So just kind of a fun one. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Tell me if you can't hear me. When I coughed, I squeezed the mic and I don't think I turned it off because there's still a light on, but all right. So Sable and Swan is one. So we've got those two. This is one. And then Coffee Life is the last one, which is also similar in colors to Sable and Swan, but it's coffee themed. Oh dear, this is a little noisy. I'm sorry, guys. So here's the charm pack. And so it's kind of similar colors, like I said, but it's called Coffee Life. And let's see. It's got like dots and stripes, little coffee cups. So this one has more, it has grays in it. The other one doesn't have grays. So this one has like grays, browns, taupe, and cream. So, oh, you know what? This is kind of an example. This is the Highland tote. You guys can kind of see, here's some of the fabrics that are in there. It has like the stripe in it, and it has this fabric to kind of give you an idea of the mix of colors that are in that charm pack. And so really cute. So if you have a coffee lover in your life, that's a really fun one to do. All right, so those are the kits. Oh wait, we had another one that I gave you that was peach. What did I do with that?
I missed that one.
Oh, it's been missed a couple times.
Next
so
time.
There is another one that's really pretty. It has like creams and peaches and things like that. Thank you, Peggy, and I just saw that you can hear me. I appreciate that. So we'll have that one for you next week. We'll put it in there. But it's a pretty one. It's a little more feminine because it has those colors. All right, so that is, we're gonna just throw those all back in the duffel. I'll repackage later. All right,
yes,
so
the duffel kit comes with instructions.
Yeah, so 2 patterns. You get the pattern for the duffel, plus we're gonna do it live on the show. So we'll start either next week if I can get back in time, or in 2 weeks. And so we also have the event next week. So Steve might want me just to say we're not doing it next week.
I'm not sure of the show schedule with next week's event. So
so we might not be here anyway, no matter what. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't feel guilty anymore. Forget it. I'm totally gonna be here.
Yeah.
It's all their fault.
It's all their fault. Yep.
All right. So we have more things to show you. Not a ton, but a few. You know what?
It's a good size duffel. It's definitely like a weekend duffel. It's definitely a good size.
The measurement is it's 18 inches wide, 9 inches tall, and 9 inches deep. So you can kind of see here's the end of it. So you end up with 4 charms on the end, and they're 5-inch charms. I mean, with seam allowance, that brings you down to 9 inches. Here's the base of it. Just so cute. So cute.
That's one of my favorite Tiffany bags. Is the
Oh,
duffel.
really?
It is. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
See?
Tiffany's made several bags, original bags, and yep, this is one of my
This is his
favorites.
favorite. I think this is a nice one too because it's multi-purpose. Anybody could use it. Or So, did you get this kit in there or no?
I thought I did. I thought
Okay.
I made the product. Let me. I don't think I added it. I'll put it in real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. You want to do the that Bosel 58 by 36
Sure.
by itself?
So the Bosel that was in here, so it's a full yard of Bosel. It's 58 by 36. Thank you, Carolyn. So we have that available. So if you're wanting to do something on your own, you certainly could do that. I know I kind of like when we get together, so to speak, to have some of our bag making supplies available for you to purchase. And so that's one of the things is I feel like we use a lot of Bosel for making our bags, giving them structure.
And oh my gosh, we're always giving 10% back now.
Oh yeah, and 10%. How could you go wrong? So I don't know if we want to do more of bag making supplies. So I have a few more things here if we want to wait for that winter woodland. I'll give you a sneak peek at another project I'm thinking about doing. So I'm curious what you think. I'm going to throw this up here. So this is, look at this collection of fabric. It's so beautiful.
So I found it. It's here. There it is.
Oh, good.
So woodland winter.
Okay, so ignore what I was about to show you because I need to show you this first. Here we go. See, it's gone. I put it on the red dot. All right, so Deb Strain, amazing designer. Love, love, love her. She does all kinds of great things. So this is her winter or woodland winter, and it's got these great colors. It's got the plaids with the greens, reds, the little black, has the cute little deer on there. It also has the snowflake, so different colorway than the winter. So this is a little more like the traditional reds and greens with a little bit of black that has the plaids. So this would make a really great bag as well. I think it would be beautiful in either of these bags. So these are some of the colors. It does have a little bit of that light blue in there, and just real soft, really pretty. The fabrics I picked to go with it. So I thought this was really kind of a fun one. And so I picked this for the handles. I thought it would be cute to have it as your handles for it. And so I loved how the snowflakes had turned out. So I wanted to kind of do another one that was a little fun. And then I've been told a light lining is the best way to go. So I did this snowflake with it as well. So really cute. Again, if you wanted to flip things around, you could certainly flip things a bit. And so you do need, yeah, you could. So anyway, that is the Woodland Winter version. So that over there, yes.
Sandhill?
Sandhill, oh, where did I put, oh, here's Sandhill. All right, so there are two projects I'm thinking about doing personally that I just think are really great and fun, but if you guys like them, I can also do them with you. So move that aside because Steve wants Sandhill first. Sandhill, I'm definitely doing because, oh my goodness, this is heavy. I'm definitely doing, and I brought in 3 different fabrics I'm thinking of doing it with. So, I mean, I'm definitely doing it at home because I have been eyeing this pattern for a zillion years. And this is Sandhill. And I think I've shown this to you guys before. And so it's a noodle head pattern. It's been around for a few years, but it's just so versatile. I feel like it would be really popular for both a man or a woman. I know like my stepdaughter, she just got engaged. That's Anna. And she went to, oh shoot, where did they just go? Isn't that terrible? I can't even think of where they went. I think they were in Scotland. I don't know. They went with a huge group. Or Ireland. They went to Ireland. There we go. Sorry. So they went to Ireland, and it was like 12 of them. And all the guys had bags that they were carrying all their stuff around. So all these pictures I saw every day they had this. And I thought, that's fantastic. I've loved this bag for so long. So I tried to pull some fabrics I thought would be kind of cool with this. And so I asked Steve to put it on there. We also have a hardware kit that we can do, although I don't think we have it ready for today, the hardware kit. But we can do a hardware kit too that includes the strapping as well as the zippers and everything for you. So, but we do have the fabric if you're interested in doing it. It does take, it just takes 5/8 of a yard for the exterior. So it's not a huge project. So 1 yard would give you plenty plus any extra for it. I'm trying to think what else. Anyway, it's just a cool bag. So thought I want to show you. So Carolyn has the pattern, hasn't made it yet. Perfect. Let's see, can we get instructions only?
I think that was for your tote kits. Right now the instructions are just in the kits, since they're Tiffini originals. And we are going to do the video on, so you're more than welcome to watch the video and make some notes and doodle along with us. That's right.
Or buy a kit and help support us. And so... not that you don't probably get other things, so I don't want to like make it like you have to do that. All right, so Sandhill, if that's one you guys are interested in, let me know. And so Carolyn, I know you're in. Let's see who else is. So I have to decide which one I want. I like them all.
So the burgundy in the bubble now.
Oh, okay. So we have burgundy, we have a green, and we have a navy. I was trying to find a cool charcoal, but we didn't have one on the sales floor, so I may add a charcoal one, but we'll see. Or even a different canvas. All right, so that's one. The other one I started to show you, and that is poolside tote. And great pattern, nice big tote. I feel like we do a lot of nice big totes in here. Oh, Susan, you've made 2 and they're easy. Oh, I love to hear that. Okay, I'm all in. I need to get started. So poolside tote. Love, love, love this fabric. I actually had thought maybe of doing a Sandhill in this, or in this, or this. Any of these. Wouldn't they be great as that too? I just love it. I love this fabric. All right, so poolside tote. We have a kit for this. So it's like 3 3/4 yard fabric, and then the hardware as well is included with the zipper. So the finished size of this is 7.5 deep, 14.5 inches wide, and 14 and a half inches tall. Sorry, it said 23 and a half at the bottom. I'm like, how did I get 4 measurements? But that included the handles. And so it's a nice size bag, nice and big. I think in here you can sort of see the inside of it too. It has a bit of an accent color in there, which is fun. Sort of gives a little pop. But that's the noodle head. That is poolside tote. So they're both noodle head patterns. So, oh, do I need to? There we go. So it's not so shiny. Carolyn loves this one too. Everyone's in. Oh, Sherry, I don't know if you're in for the sandhill or the poolside tote.
I think we're in for it all.
Are we in for all of them?
We're in for all of it.
I think Steve's in for all of it. He's going to become a bag lady.
Yes.
I think he's decided he doesn't want to do machines anymore. He's just going to do AV stuff.
I'm just going to do bags.
He loves this.
Yes.
All right, guys. So that's what I had for those. Those were kind of some fun ones I'm thinking of doing. And then I had something. Oh, so this bag. So I had told you last week that if you were interested in buying the kit, you could buy the kit, and whatever fabric wasn't sold in those kits, I would make available this week. So did we put the fabric in?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So we don't have very much. This is all I could find. I looked and looked and looked, and a couple of you on Facebook had found it where it was just in the store, kind of left over. They still had some. So I was able to come by a partial bolt as well. So we've got that available for you by the yard. So anyway, that's it for that. It's a beautiful fabric.
Can you open it up?
I can open it up. I know I didn't really like say a whole lot about it. There you go. So it's really pretty. You open the other side. It's basically the same. Go. So it's got these beautiful reds. It's got a little teal in there. There's a couple little, like a bee and a ladybug, the kind of brighter greens. Oh, Steve gives me a red dot, and I just keep going everywhere. Okay. He's like, I really was trying to make this easy. Okay, go this way. There we go. Red dot it. I'm good. So there's that. So just really pretty. Oh, Gloria's covering her chairs with it. Yes. Yeah, Hobby Lobby had it.
Oops.
But we weren't able to order it online or anything anymore. We couldn't get our special pricing, so that's why it's a little bit more than Hobby Lobby had it, because we had to buy it essentially retail from them when I saw the bolts. So anyway, it is beautiful, and I hope any of you who were looking for a little extra are able to get this so that you can. Because like I said, they no longer have it. I tried buying it online, and I had tried all the local stores here before. So I'm not sure how this one showed up in a local store, but it did. So here it is. All right. I think that's everything for today. I had a few other basics, but nothing major. So I think we're good, guys. We will see you. It sounds like not next week, because we have the event starting next week. So hopefully a lot of you are coming. So that's very exciting.
And if you aren't coming, there's still time to sign up.
Yes. So I know like these early dates were pretty full, the first couple, but there's more available later in October and into November, right? Or is it only in November?
October. Yep.
Oh, so yeah.
Yep.
So some of the October dates are still available. So I'm not sure who you talked to about that.
Just search for fall event.
Oh, search for fall event. I don't think you're supposed to get the discount, but you know what? Give it a try. So, or the thing back. All right. And I'll be popping in at it whenever I possibly can. So it should be fun. I get to set up a bag area, I just found out. So, all right, everyone. Thanks again for being here. We really appreciate it. Ruth Ann will be here doing quilting at 3 o'clock. So in just a little bit. And I think that's it, right?
That's it.
All right. Thanks again. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.